Now from the windy city of Chicago, there's a beautiful look at fabled Wrigley Field. Tonight we wrap up this 3-game series between the Cincinnati Reds and the Chicago Cubs. Cubs baseball starts right now. Jason Hammel gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, this will be his second start of the season. In his first start, he already got himself in the win column. He'll be looking to add to that here.
Zach Cozart heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Shortstop.
Now the first pitch of the night is looked at for ball 1 as we get underway right at 7:05 on the nose. EK, as we look at the Cubs entering play here tonight, despite that loss last time out, they're still on a pretty nice run as they'd won 6 in a row prior to that.
Yeah, and the pitching really let them down last time. Too often their guys were falling behind and having to throw fastballs on 2-0 or 3-1. That'll catch up with you after a while.
Hamill into the wind. Here it is on 2-0. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, you don't see 2-0 changeups too often, but if you know a good hitter's going to be sitting fastball, don't give him what he wants.
And this will miss as well, so he's in danger of losing the leadoff man here tonight. It's 3-1 now. And the count will be full. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. And he lays off ball 4. That's exactly what you want your leadoff man to do, work the count and get on base.
Boy, what a dream start to the ball game. You make that starter out there throw a ton of pitches, and then you still wind up working out the walk.
Eugenio Suarez will stand in now following that 7-pitch at-bat to begin the ball game.
If he was smart, he would have gotten a pretty good look at all 7 of those pitches from that on-deck circle.
Here's the first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone, and it's probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball 2.
Please, Hamill, don't hurt him.
Nobody out, runner on first. Three and 0 now. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Well, Kingsley's a pretty fair umpire. Sometimes a pitcher will get a call in the corners, but he rarely has people barking at him about a strike zone.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Yeah, taking all the way right there. You better be taking 3-0 after he walked the previous guy.
Smoke toward third. The second for 1. On to Rizzo, and it's a double play. A moment here to take a look at the Cincinnati Reds starting lineup in this one. EK, any thoughts?
Well, you've always got to look out for a guy like Joey Votto. He's a serious contributor in this lineup, and he's having a really nice season so far. Top 5 in the National League and slugging at the moment, so he could very well end up being a key player in this ballgame.
Joey Votto will come on now, and no sooner did it look like they may have something started than the double play took it all away.
And that's especially tough when you figure the part of the lineup they're in. These are the guys you want to have hitting with runners on base.
Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. None left for Cincinnati, and now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. Dan Straley gets the start for Cincinnati in this one. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, nothing to really get excited about in his last outing. Only threw into the 3rd inning. Because of that, he was saddled with the loss. Hopefully he can turn things around and pitch better here.
Well, there you see Dexter Fowler as he'll be the one to commence the action in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Dexter Fowler.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Look out, 2-0 now.
If there's one thing base stealers don't like, it's when you throw at their legs. Now, that's their meal ticket you're messing with.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0 now.
You don't want to lose the leadoff hitter here. Not when you got this guy on deck.
And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game.
Yeah, not what you want to do here in this hostile ballpark. Walk the leadoff guy who just happens to be a threat to go every time he's on first. Tough way to start things out.
Jason Hayward will stand in, and he is off to a dreadful start at the plate as he has not hit the ball well in April. First pitch on its way. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1.
Just because he's thrown 5 straight balls doesn't make this an automatic take, especially for a guy in this part of the lineup.
Had him out in front there as he takes strike 1 on the circle change. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
Pitch out, nothing doing. Two one, here it is. Hit hard up the middle, and that's through for a hit.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in, so you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. And now we'll take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. And a wasted pitch there, 1-2.
Still now on 1-2, you don't have to make the perfect pitch out there. The count is still well in your favor on the mound.
And the slider bounces, and that'll get on by. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Boy, it's already been a tough start to this inning as it is. And now the wild pitch is going to make things even tougher, as that'll move 2 men into scoring position now, still with nobody out.
Swing and a little tapper, but it gets fouled.
Neither guy giving in here. This is a great at-bat.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. On the move is Bruce. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. And this will come in far too late. He's in there at third.
And that's all he's hoping to do right here. Just get that thing airborne and get that first run of the game home. He does his job, picks up the RBI.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in, looking to make this a 2-0 game if he can perhaps get a ball airborne.
Yeah, you've got to put the ball in play right here. A ground ball would probably work as well, as long as you don't hit it too hard right at a corner guy.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Well, people might jump to some conclusions here, but with a base open and this guy at the plate, you don't even really want to mess around with the strike zone, and I think this pitch just got away from him. Nothing more than that.
Chris Bryant will stand in. He comes off an 0-for-4 in last night's ball game.
Well, kind of more of the same for him, guys. I mean, you can see that he's not sporting the strongest batting average this year.
Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1.
Now here's a spot with a run home already. That looks nice on the scoreboard. But if you could put up a 2 or even a 3 spot here in the first, that could really go a long way against a guy like this.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Runners are at the corners with one man out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Boy, he better get it back together here with 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Throw over to the bag, and the runner back safely.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. 3-1 now.
And up at the plate now, he's really in the driver's seat. I don't think they want to walk him, so this should be something good.
Okay. 3-1 is a fastball, and he can't connect. 3-2.
Now with 2 strikes, he can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout here.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he misses with it. Ball 4. So that'll load the bases. And now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
That's the second walk he's allowed here in the first inning. And I have a feeling if you ask his manager, he's going to say that that's way too many already. You can't go giving away base runners, or you're going to find yourself in a big hole early on.
Kyle Schwarber will stand in, and that average has to be a source of pride for him early on. He's got it up over 350 to start the new season. And obviously looking for the ground ball here as this misses low. It's 1-0.
Well, he's really had to work hard here in this first inning. And you got to wonder, how much is that going to take out of him?
Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now. 2-0.
Well, he's starting to put himself into a no-win situation. Obviously, you don't want to walk home a run. But you can't just throw a cookie in there because he could bring in 4 with 1 swing.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
That might take the anxiety away for the moment. But he's going to need a couple more here to prove to himself that he's not losing.
This could be trouble now. It's 3-1.
He was hoping he'd get him to go up the ladder there, but that's going to set up an even more dangerous pitch here on 3-1.
In there, and he's taken him as far as he can go now. It's full. 3-2.
He's come back with 2 in a row, but I wouldn't be all that convinced he can throw a third.
Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistake in location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. And the Cubs have now opened this up to a 5-0 lead.
I'm not so sure this pitcher knows what just hit him. I mean, this has all happened so fast. If he's hoping to get out of here down 1-0 in the first, think again. It's now 5-0 after the grand slam, and that's going to be a tough one to bounce back from.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero. As he'll take a look at ball 1. At the very least, he'll get a fresh start at things here following the grand slam.
I don't think he'll take a whole lot of consolation in that, but you're right. As best he can, he's got to clear his mind and start over.
The pitch is circle changed just a bit inside, and it's 2-0 now.
Boy, it's just not very often that you can put it to a guy like this early on. I mean, they've got him on the ropes here in the very first inning.
Think he would have liked the green light there. It's 2-1.
And you kind of wonder if he's learned anything out there. There's another pitch right down the middle. I think he's lucky that that one didn't get hit a long way.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. And now time to check how Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. What's the key to sending fans home smiling tonight, Steve?
Well, the wind is blowing in today, so you're not going to see a lot of long drives. Focus on hitting the ball on a line and on the ground to score your runs today.
Addison Russell will dig in now, and he's got to be wondering when his bat's going to make the trip north from spring training, as he has really struggled in the early going. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
You can hit the low fastball, but you're not going to hit that one up there. You can just forget about it. You've got to make him bring that thing down.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Backhanded. Throw in time, and they stop the bleeding as this side is retired. So they put up a big number in the inning as 5 crossed the plate. And this was the biggie here, the grand slam home run. Second inning coming up. It's the Cubs 5 and the Reds nothing.
Leading off for the Reds,
Brandon Phillips will stride in now. 2 hits for him, including a home run in last night's contest.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he's retired here, 1 away. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, this former USD Torero, Chris Bryant, one of the best in the game offensively, doesn't get a lot of accolades for his defense, though. Can play any one of a number of positions, but really settling in comfortably at third base. He's got soft hands. He's got an excellent arm. Very rare for a guy of his size.
Hamill has his target. Here it comes. Into the seats, 0-1. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
Yeah, he's letting these guys know early on. He's not going to be afraid to work inside. That'll be something they'll need to think about.
And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
Well, this is a stroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. You've got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat's a new opportunity, but most of the time, that's easier said than done.
The catcher, Devin Mesoraco, stands in, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. His average sits at .296 entering play. 1 home run and 7 driven in. The windup and the 0-1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Reds are down in order. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Jason Hamill strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
Into the windup and the pitch. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. A high strike there, and it's 1-1. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2.
That's not a sight you want to see this early as a starting pitcher. 40 pitches already.
Skied into straightaway right. Bruce is there, and that's the first out of the inning. With a moment now, let's take a look at the defense for the Cincinnati Reds. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Yeah, Joey Votto is recognized as a great, actually an elite offensive player, but he's one of the better defensive first basemen as well. He's won a Gold Glove. He's got quick reflexes, soft hands, and most important, he does not make mental mistakes out in the field.
Dexter Fowler will stand in for a second time. He drew a base on balls to lead off the home first.
Now, I'm not so sure they were even trying to pitch to him. It'll be interesting to see how they approach him here.
Here's the 0-1. Off the plate and in. Hits a ball and a strike.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Tap foul at home plate. Line to the right side. But he'll barely have to move out there and right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way, but it's one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out there.
Here's Jason Hayward now. So he'll pop this one fouled off to the left, and it's strike one. 2 out, nobody on. High and deep to straightaway right. Back goes Bruce at the track, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
The second baseman, number 18, Ben Zobrist.
Ben Zobrist will get an opportunity here in a run-scoring spot now following the 2-out double. And now a right-hander's begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0. For Hayward, he's at second with his second double of this young season. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Well, it's pretty obvious to me right here. First base is open following that double. I don't think they have any intention of giving him anything in the strike zone.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Chopped to first. Taken in by Votto, and nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with more from Wrigleyville right after this. Adam Duvall leads it off here. Bottom third of the order set to go here in the third.
Well, he's faced the minimum so far, and obviously it's still early, but they need to get something going because you can't let this guy settle in out there.
Now a fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball 1. Chopped foul right at home plate. Hamill gets the sign. 1-1 on its way. Grounded down the third baseline. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Batting 8th, center fielder number 6.
Billy Hamilton will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
Well, you look at the average on the season, guys, and he's not sneaking up on anybody. Pretty amazing numbers for him right there. So yesterday's performance, obviously no fluke.
A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. A runner at first with no outs here. Oh, straightened him up there on that fastball. It's 1-2 now. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Oh, and even though that's not intentional, as a hitter, you still hate to see that ball up around your eyes.
Now a throw over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. All even at 2-2. Here it is. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
And obviously, any time you can strike this guy up, you'll take it. I mean, he runs like a greyhound out there. So even routine grounders can sometimes be turned into base hits. Not when you're not making contact, though.
Stepping in now, Dan Straley. And they'll try and play for 1 here as he gets this one down. 1 there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Cubs 5 and the Reds nothing. Anthony Rizzo digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
First baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
In there at the knees as he...
That is a strike. It's okay. These guys have been really patient at the plate. They've had a good game plan up there, and it's worked out for them so far.
Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. So with 1 gone here in the inning, it's time to check out the Cubs' upcoming schedule so you can plan your week around staying at home and watching Cubs baseball here with us. Into the box now, Chris Bryant. He scored after reaching on a walk in his first at-bat. Fly ball out toward left center field. After it is Hamilton. 2 gone.
Now batting, left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Now after the home run last time, you can see a more cautious approach this at bat. They don't want to get burned again.
And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now.
And it looks like he's rebounded pretty well from that rough inning a couple innings back. He put up a 0 last time, and he's close to doing it again.
All even now, 2-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit hard toward first. Oh, and he misses it. And the recovery's too late as he's able to beat the throw to first.
And when things are going well, these are the little things that just seem to start going your way. Nothing too amazing here, but this winds up an infield single, and the breaks just keep going their way.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
Well, we've mentioned it already, but look at the pitch count here in the 3rd inning. He's almost completely out of gas already.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball one.
And you know, sometimes when you're thinking fastball, you try to get moving just a little bit early. And that's a good job of recognizing off speed and then holding back on the swing.
And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. A runner on first with 2 away. High in the air and deep to left center field. Hamilton going back, still going back. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. 1 left for the Cubs, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Zach Cozart will get a second shot now. He worked out a walk to open the ball game.
And you know, Matty, it was a really good at-bat he put together, too. He saw a lot of pitches, and that's exactly what you want from your leadoff guy.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one. High in the air out to center field. He'll put it away without much trouble, and the leadoff man is retired here in the 4th.
And with the big lead, he can afford to take a few chances with that fastball. And here, this one works out for him because this is nothing more than an easy fly ball.
Standing in now, Eugenio Suarez. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
No ball, 2 strikes. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And this has been a common problem for all of these guys. They just can't lay off that pitch down and away.
Scorched to third. Bryant is up with it. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Very quickly, 5 pitches and 2 outs here in the 4th. Well, those are the kind of innings you love to have if you plan on working deep into a ball game.
So 2 are gone now for the Reds in their half of the 4th. And standing in is the on-base machine, first baseman Joey Votto. Hamels is ready. Here's the first pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
He pops him up toward the left side of the infield. Bryant has got it, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Addison Russell is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
The shortstop, Addison Russell.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Fielded by Cozart. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away.
The pitcher, number 39, Jason Hamill.
Settling in now, Jason Hamill. He flew out in his last at-bat. First offering on its way. And he takes ball 1. 5 runs on only 4 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. That's inside. 2-0.
Well, you know, sometimes it's that natural tendency to let up just a little bit when you're facing the opposing pitcher. You know he's not going to do much damage, but you got to get refocused here because you do not want to go 3-0 to him.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. Bad time for the command to do a disappearing act.
He will kick himself if he loses this guy.
And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now.
Don't be surprised if he still doesn't have the green light on 3-1.
3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2. Line toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
This has got to be a bit of a concern. I mean, he wasn't too sharp his last time out. He's not fooling anybody right now. Just not pitching at a level he's capable of. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Into the box, Dexter Fowler, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Decent numbers, but nothing amazing from the left side of the plate so far this season.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Yeah, and the only silver lining to this offensively is that you get that guy up to second base, and now he's in scoring position with 2 outs. But I would doubt seriously that that was his intention.
Here comes the first pitch. Jason Hayward stands in as he looks at a called strike.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
2 out here and a runner at second. And he misses with it, 1-1.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but you know, he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
Sent on the ground out to second. Played on the backhand. And a low throw to first, but Votto's able to come up with it. A fine play there to end the inning. We'll see Brandon Phillips lead things off on the other side. We played 4 full. It's the Cubs 5 and the Reds nothing. Back alongside Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as internet sensation Dat Dude Brandon Phillips gets set to lead off the Cincinnati half of the inning. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
This one's blooped out toward right center field. Zobrist onto the grass, makes the play, 1 away. An early look at the line score here tonight as we play the top of the 5th. And boy, just one lone hit for the visitors this evening as they've been taken to task by this starter. Now in the box, Jay Bruce. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
First pitch is a circle change for a called strike one. And Bruce can't come up with that one as he swings through it for strike two.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the fifth.
And this is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Devin Mesoraco will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
In there at the knees, strike one.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1.
Well, we've seen this before. Fastballs in and breaking balls away. That's been his MO throughout the first half of this game.
1-1 pitch is a circle change. It hits the target 1-2.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Reds are down in order. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Ross Ohlendorf is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep them in the game here. Stepping in, Ben Zobrist. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. And he gets the slider over here. It's 2-1 now. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, I'll tell you, if I'm on the mound, I want that pitch. That's just a tough call to go against here.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Moving under it, Duvall. He's got it one away.
Well, you know, he had the right idea up there, so at least you know he's thinking. He tried to go the other way with this ball, but he got under it just a little bit, and it's an easy play out there in left field.
So one gone in the inning, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
And now the Reds are going to get the bullpen moving here, and it's a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. Throw gets him. 2 down.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Chris Bryant will stand in. He flew out his last time up. And a high strike there. 0-1.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Ready on 1-2. Bottom dropped out on him, and that's a strikeout. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs, as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Adam Duvall will come in now to start things out here in their half of the 6th as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just one hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fella on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
Liner toward right center, and that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night.
Yeah, and guys, there's a look at his line through the first few innings. Pretty dominant so far. Just the second hit he's allowed tonight, and the first one didn't wind up hurting him at all. So we'll see if he can get out of this inning as well.
Billy Hamilton is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, but it was a pretty decent at-bat. As I remember, he saw a lot of pitches and really made the guy on the mound earn that strikeout.
Lays off 1-0.
All right, leadoff man on first. Here's where you got to start clawing your way back into this ball game. It's not too late, but it needs to start happening soon.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. It seems like we've seen a lot of guys late on the fastball tonight.
And he's not throwing all that hard either, but when he throws it off the other pitches, that's where it makes it a little more difficult.
Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
Swing and a ball line hard towards short. So this is pulled in by the shortstop.
And into his 6th inning of work now. Let's take a look at the breakdown for him so far.
Jose Peraza will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 9, Jose Peraza.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Zobrist is there for it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Boy, his guys got him the lead back in the very first inning, and he hasn't looked back since. He's had everything go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
Zach Cozart will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Watches a fastball right there for strike one.
For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
That's on the corner to put him behind now, 1-2.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Grounded back up the middle. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
Boy, you talk about a ball having eyes. First off, he's fortunate to get this one by the pitcher. It's not hit especially hard, but you'll see it get past second base where neither middle infielder can track it down. And it'll make its way into center field.
Eugenio Suarez will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And here's where the Reds need that one key hit that's been avoiding them.
2 down, runners at first and second. Swing and a liner, but this will be foul. Hamill sets. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Back with more on a Thursday night following this. John Lamb will come on now as he'll start out the bottom of the 6th.
Number 47, John Lamb.
Kyle Schwarber will stand in now as we take you back to the very first inning as he got him going early. A grand slam right out of the gates. Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there.
Whoa, there's that calling card right there. First pitch up and in right out of the bullpen. Wake up, everybody.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
1-1, here it comes. Ripped down the first base line. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Now batting, catcher, Miguel Montero.
1 away now for Miguel Montero. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. And a good heater as he just watches this baby. A ball and a strike. Now a flare out toward right center. Coming in is Hamilton. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
And this is all about taking charge out there. That's the center fielder's ball if he can get there. So he calls everybody off, and he makes the play easily.
Addison Russell will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. That evens it up 1-1. Down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Cubs are down in order, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Getting set for the 7th now with the Cubs out in front, and before the inning gets underway, let's get a look at our game summary to this point. Joey Votto will lead it off here for the Reds, followed by Brandon Phillips waiting his turn on deck.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
And he falls behind 0-2. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. Count holds at 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And this is swung on and missed by Votto, and he's retired for the first out.
And sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Brandon Phillips will dig in again. He popped up in his first plate appearance and flew out last time around.
Well, he's putting the ball in play, but clearly getting under it too much right now. It'd be nice for him to stay through one right here.
Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
And that's going to be high. 2-2 now. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. Due next is the dangerous Jay Bruce. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Tries to dump this one out to left, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Well, you've got a big lead out there on the mound, so on 3-2, it's challenge time. He comes with the good fastball here, but this ball gets turned around for a solid single. That's all right, though. Better that than walking.
Jay Bruce Ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up. He's set. Here it comes. Hit hard on the ground to second. Zobrist with a dive. There's one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. Acrobatics that time to the bag to get this double play started. Thursday Night Baseball rolls on. We'll have more after this. Jason Hammel will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn, he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
Tonight, borderline calls, you got to be swinging.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Out in front as this is skied in the air to straightaway left. Duvall comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out.
The center fielder, number 24, Dexter Fowler.
Dexter Fowler will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's thrown a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now an off-speed pitch well inside, and it forces him to bounce away from danger. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Since coming in the 6th, I mean, he's knocked down 5 in a row, giving him a real lift out there.
Jason Hayward will step in. A ground out victim his last time.
Yeah, ground out last time, but you know, with his speed, that's kind of a big part of the way he plays the game. Put the ball on the ground and force the defense to make a clean, quick play on him, because if they don't, he's safe.
There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1.
Well, he's done a great job of getting 2 quick outs here, but the key now is to finish off this inning. Don't let these middle-of-the-order guys get a rally going.
This one's flared out toward left. Duvall is going to get there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs, as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Devin Mesoraco will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Line toward the alley in left center. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
You kind of wonder why guys would pitch to him in this situation. You know someone wants to end this streak, but he just finds a way to get another hit.
Digging in now, Adam Duvall. He singled his last time up. try and crowd him there with a fastball to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. And that's too high, ball 2.
Well, he almost hit him on the last pitch, and he's showing he doesn't care. He's coming right back inside.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Can't keep that one fair, and now the count's full. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game. Well, these fans have been treated to a fine outing out of their hometown starter as we give you a look at the numbers here. A big 0 in the run column on the right-hand side of your screen. Billy Hamilton will dig in now. He struck out and lined out in his first 2 at-bats.
Yeah, he hit that ball pretty hard on the line out. He just couldn't get it to fall for him.
First pitch of the at-bat. High and away on the first pitch fastball there. It's ball 1. And this is going to be just foul down the line as that had double written all over it. One and 2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
Seems like it's been a fairly consistent pattern. Hard stuff early, soft stuff late. But these guys don't seem to have caught on yet.
It's a pretty standard operating procedure, too. They just look lost up there.
And that misses 2 and 2. Next pitch here will be number 100 through 7 1/3. And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game. 8th inning now from Wrigley. Cubs lead in front of their home faithful as you get a look at the line score to see how we got to this point. Ivan De Jesus Jr. will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first.
De Jesus Jr.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
And for all the pitches he's thrown, only 1 walk so far. That's a little bit surprising.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1. Has a look. Now the pitch. Grounder down the line at third. But this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2 and 2. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Reds leave 1. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Steven Johnson is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here.
Steven Johnson.
Striding into the box, Ben Zobrist. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
He has really struggled against right-handed pitching so far this year. His average against righties is pretty ugly so far.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. 1-1, here it is. Swinging a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. Cozart retreats to the outfield grass, and he has it for out number one.
First baseman,
And this is
44,
right where they wanted this thing.
Anthony
You see it on show track there?
Rizzo.
They wanted to take him up around the letters, hoping for the pop-up, and that's exactly what they got.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. In for a strike, it's 1-1.
Gotta like the approach right here. He's basically saying if you're gonna have to take it to left field, because I don't think he's gonna give this guy anything he can pull.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Set to deal on a ball and two strikes. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. It looked like he was giving him the evil eye down there, and I can't say I blame him.
Yeah, well, he's already been plunked once, and I don't think he's gonna stand for too much more of that.
This is line to left, and that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far. And he will beat the throw into second as he slides in safely with a one-out double.
Here's another look. This fastball's of the two-seam variety, running away from him at the plate. Now, if you try to pull it, you roll over it. Instead, he goes right with it and winds up with a double.
Chris Bryant digs in. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
And that misses ball one. Now for Rizzo, it's his fourth double here in this early part of the year. One out and a runner on second base. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1.
Boy, no fear in that location. He just ramped up and threw it right by him.
Here's the 1-1. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. And now time is called as a beach ball has made its way out into left field here. Strike three on a pitch in the dirt, and the throw is made to record the second out of the inning.
Yeah, and that turns out to be a nice little play there behind the plate. They get the swing through for strike three, but then he's got to get the out over there at first base and make sure that nobody else advances. And he's able to accomplish both of those tasks.
Kyle Schwarber will come up now in yet another big RBI opportunity.
And he's got 4 already, and he's got a chance to make this a game to remember.
And that is into right field, a base hit. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there.
Yeah, just a nice job of hitting that time. You can see he's got a strong top hand there, and he just hooks this one into the hole for a 2-out single.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. In there, and it's even at 1. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. He got him. And exhale as he's out of the jam and the inning is over. Cubs strand a couple, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Back here in Chicago with a great view of downtown as we're set here to start the 9th inning from Wrigley Field. Zach Cozart will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the 9th as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far. So, quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
Pedro Strop will come on now, hoping to wrap this one up here in the top of the 9th. Leading off the inning, Zach Cozart, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. A reminder that full highlights come your way as we'll look back at the key moments of the matchup from here in Chicago. Eugenio Suarez stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. That's yanked into the stands. Strike one. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike two.
You like the way this guy is just going about his business here. He's got a big lead, but he's pitching like it's a tie game here in the 9th.
That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
I'd say he's made a pretty good impression since coming on. With 2 batters, 2 strikeouts to start the inning.
Joey Votto makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
That's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
The 0-1 delivery. Taken called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
Down 0-2 after 2 great sliders. He's got his work cut out for him now.
Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking on the final out, so that's a tough pitch to lay off.
And now this crowd announced at around 33,000 come to their feet. And a swing and a miss as they definitely had him reaching for that one, and this ball game is over.
Well, I think this one was pretty much over before it started. That huge first inning rally puts this one out of reach right from the get-go.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he definitely turned in the standout performance in this one. He finishes with an even 10 strikeouts, and he was instrumental in leading his guys to the victory.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Cubs win this one 5-0. Good night from Chicago.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Reds, no runs, 5 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. The winning pitcher is Jason Hammel. His record is now 2-0. The loss goes to Dan Straley. He falls to 0-2. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 54 minutes. A reminder that extra southbound CTA Red Line trains will be available at the Addison Street station 1 block east of Wrigley Field. Northbound passengers are asked to board at the Sheridan station. Post-game bus service will also be available on the 8 Halstead, 22 Clark, 152 Addison, and the 154 Wrigley Field Express routes.
The Cubbies allowed 5 hits in the game as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds, 5 in the League Central Division. The Reds sit in last place in the National League Central Division. The Pirates are in 4th place in the NL Central. The Tigers are in 4th place in the AL Central. The Cards finished off a 2-game sweep as they got the best of the Brewers at home, 3-0. As of today, the Cardinals are in 2nd allow only 4 hits as they took down the Nationals in Washington 1-0. Right now, the Nationals sit in 2nd place in the National League East Division. The Braves sit in 4th place in the National League East Division. The Philadelphia Phillies got together to allow 4 hits as they bested the visiting Padres 5-0. Into today, the Phillies sit in 3rd place in the National League. The Padres are in 4th place in the NL West. Earned the 3-game series sweep as they toppled the Rockies to League West. The Dodgers brought out the brooms in a 3-game sweep as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 1-0 League West. The Toronto Blue Jays defeated the visiting Yankees 8-6. Right now, the Blue Jays are in last place in the AL East. The Yankees sit in 4th place in the American League East Division. Totaled 11 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Indians 4-3. At the moment, the Rays are in 2nd place in the AL East. The Indians are in 3rd place in the AL Central. The Chicago place in the American League Central Division. The White Sox are atop the AL Central. Orioles sit in 2nd in the American League East Division. The Royals got a win over the Astros in Houston 6-2. Right now, the Astros are in last place in the AL West. The Royals sit in 2nd place in the AL Central Division. And that's the show. Thanks for listening in. I'll be back tomorrow with more news and updates from around the majors.